So, hey everybody, how's it going? Just gonna be doing a nice short little video here today. Short little stream, I should say. Gonna be playing some Magic the Gathering. What the fuck? Thinking about my D&D game tonight at the same time. There's not... I'll probably only be live for a couple hours, if that. So, yeah. We're just gonna hang out, have a good time, and play some Magic. Think about my D&D game. We're gonna go ahead and start. I'm gonna do my Laughing Jasper Flint deck. So I don't know if I've mentioned this before on any of my Magic the Gathering videos, but I generally only tend to play Brawl when I'm on Arena. Something about Standard just makes my fucking skin crawl. It's just the way it is. So, basic premise, this deck is all about stealing my opponent's cards. And that's all you really need to know. Stealing their cards and making sure they can't get anything else out. So, I'm pretty happy with this opening hand. Let's talk about D&D, though. Right? So, I'm currently thinking about... Let me back it up for a second. The group that I run for on Wednesday nights, generally, just finished the biggest quest that I've thrown at them. And they're looking for something a little bit, like, less intensive, I guess you could say. Essentially, I dropped them into a mega dungeon, and they had to search for 4 rune stones to reopen the portal back to their main area that they adventure in. So they just finished that up. They have a shit ton of treasure and an absolute fortune in tow. And they're looking to sell a bunch of stuff to... What the fuck? They're looking to sell a bunch of stuff to, like, you know, actually make use of the gold that they have and meet out their treasure shares and all that. So, they've already determined that tonight's going to be like a character building slash, you know, shopping adventure. So I'm considering bringing out their... I hesitate to call them the Nemesis, because they're kind of just bumbling, like the thing that I'm talking about, the antagonists that I'm talking about here. They're just kind of like bumbling around and stumbling into the party again and again and again. But it's a dwarf and a half-orc, and when the party originally met them, they were guarding what turned out to be an extremely corrupt noble who had been in the slave trade, which is outlawed in my campaign setting. The party put a stop to it, but both the Lord of the Manor and his wife and the 2 guards, so this orc and this half orc and this dwarf, managed to sneak away or get away somehow. The Lord and his wife managed to sneak through an escape tunnel, and then the guards were able to essentially play dead. From there, the guards were also involved in an issue that the party resolved, dealing with rescuing a bard's manager. You know, from an angry mob. Which, they've had some issues dealing with. There's X for X number of counters on this. Oh, I see. Okay, so yeah, we'll play that. So I'm thinking about bringing these two back because they seem to really enjoy. The party seems to really enjoy fighting these guys, even if they are just kind of bumbling through and running into bad situation after bad situation. I might end up turning them into like their own side villain story. In addition to like their shopping RP tonight. But I don't have any particular idea of how, like, what I'm gonna do with them. Obviously, they're just gonna show up. Like, they're gonna be walking through the market or something, or the bazaar district of this city that the players are in. And the players are gonna just maybe happen upon them, or chance upon them, as a, like a, hey, look who's, trying to turn their act around kind of player, or play. But, we shall see. Let's just be a black mana. Not that it does much for me. Now, I don't really have any particular plans other than, let them hang out and explore. Which I know a lot of DMs won't necessarily agree with. But, I like giving the players more options that they know what to do with. Something along those lines. So, we're going to play Solemn Sad Robot. He will take that action. We'll grab a mountain. And we'll put that, and we'll also put Carvac out. It's actually funny. They're getting a new character today, a new player. Joined the group not last week, but the week before. And she's actually going to be rolling up her own character tonight. So it's going to be interesting to see how, or what she makes, first of all, but also how this is going to play out. So I might have the two guards run into the new character if she ever, like, is alone and away from the rest of the group. We're going to do Vadmir. So it's gonna be, I think it's gonna be an interesting time. So obviously we're gonna borrowed time on. Oh, we're gonna discard Final Flourish because I don't think it'll. No, we're gonna discard. Fuck. We'll discard the Long Reach of Night because he's already making cards. Borrowed time, we're going to yoink the Hydra. Then we're going to play Long Reach of Night. We're going to decline to play that. And we are going to sack Kervik while we're at it. To get rid of Hamza. We'll decline that one. Not that it matters. I mean, he's won this game anyway, but it'll be funny to see the rest of the players' reactions when her character gets to meet up with their sworn rivals while she's alone, and they're off doing their own thing. Or, you know, maybe she'll be with them and she'll be the only one to notice them. Something like that. And then, oh, yeah, that'll be fun. That'll be real fun, actually. We'll do the, yeah. Okay, so, hold on, let me try and put this into words for you, right? She's gonna notice that they're giving her looks. Like, they're glaring in that general direction. She's not gonna realize that they're glaring at the party. She's gonna point this out to the party, who's gonna obviously be like, yo, what? Excuse me? There's people seeing us? There's people looking at us? Why is that? And they're gonna turn, they're gonna realize that it's the half-orc and the dwarf. That's gonna kick off a chase scene. Presumably. They're going to be in a busy market. They're going to have to chase these guys through it until they realize that the guys are heading for the city wall. They're going to escape the wall and dive into the portal that the players just opened and run to the part of the mega dungeon that refreshes every time they go in to kick off a randomly generated dungeon. And I think that's how I want to introduce that section. I think that's going to be really fucking fun. And it's going to end with, in the first dead end room that gets generated, they're going to have to fight this half-orc and this dwarf. And I think that's how I'm going to play it. I think that'll be a fun time. For me and for them. Because Lord knows they want a conclusion to this saga with these two. And I am a sucker for a good revenge story. So they, especially a failed revenge story, like I'm going to give to this half-orc and this dwarf. Morag and it's like Grush or Grush, I think. I forget what I named the other one. Morag's the dwarf, I want to say. But I have... Actually, I should have my books down here, but I don't. I don't know where I put them. They might still be upstairs, actually. Unfortunate. But honestly, I would love to be able to, like, put all of the modules that I've written together and do, like, professional mapping for them and sell them as like, a campaign setting. Because I have enough right now to fucking fill out a book probably about that much. Which I know doesn't seem like a lot, but considering I've only been running this campaign for a year, I would fucking love to be able to sell some of this as like, hey, take a look at this campaign setting. You want to play it? Here, let's play it. Here's how I would run it. Of course, I also talked in the past about wanting to do a D&D campaign on stream. I'm still trying to find players for it, but I'm also trying to figure out what software I would want to use to stream. Or not software, but like what setup I would want to use to actually stream all the data that they're getting. I'd probably do it over Discord. Whether or not that's the right way to do it or not, I'm not sure. But I think that's how I want to do it. Roll20, I've never gotten good with, and what the hell am I trying to say here? Any of those other like websites, I've never really had a fun time with. Doing like Discord just works better for me. Especially because you can throw like a dice roller robot in there and have a good time. Let's swing with this. I don't know. What other sorts of like websites do you guys use to actually play the game? I will say I'm using a different system than D&D proper. I'm running a oh, obviously we gotta do this. Do this, and we'll equip it to Jasper. That's a problem. Good swing. I lost my train of thought. We were talking about oh yeah, what kind of things you do. So I run Castles and Crusades for this group that I run on Wednesday nights, which is essentially like a first edition retro clone of D&D. What the fuck is going on here? Hold up. Oh, right. Yeah, I'm done. So it's simple and it's bare bones enough that you know, you're not going to take 12 hours for one combat, but it's also robust enough that it's going to be like, you know, it's going to leave you wanting more. And I think this might sound a little braggy, but I think I've done a good job of getting my players to keep coming back and coming back and coming back, especially with how invested they are, like I said, in this whole Morag and whatever the hell the other one's name was story. Even though that was a completely unintentional like hook point, it just kind of happened to be something that they latched onto. Of course, that's how it always goes, isn't it? There's always going to be like a fucking Boblin the Goblin, and there's always going to be like the cartoony villain Nemesis style, you know, I'm here to fuck you up and that's it kind of character. But yeah, I don't know. I've just been having a good time with it, and I hope they are too. And I hope once I actually am able to get this running, I'll on stream, I mean, that y'all will have a good time with it as well. We're gonna switch to Tiamat. Eliors, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Just so you know, I have it in followers only chat. There's a 10-minute countdown for it, so If you want to wait around, you know, hang out with us while we're playing the game and chatting about D&D, then by all means. But if not, it was good having you. Thanks for hitting the follow button, and we'll see you next time. I'm gonna mulligan that. Oh, it's even worse. That's so much worse. That I can run with. And we'll throw Tival back, because I fucking hate Tival. But yeah, no, it's, we'll make this, no. We're gonna start with the Evolving Wilds, just because I don't remember what my lowest, oh, they're all relatively equal. Go ahead and grab an island, I guess. Island, mountain, swamp. That can be our forest. That can be anything else. Like plains. So we'll throw the Rupture Spire out next. If I had my books here, I'd go into a little bit of the campaign setting. Because it's... I don't know if you guys would be even to that even. Tell you what. Next time I have like one of these short little streams... I will look at the comments under this YouTube video when it goes out. And, y'all can let me know what you think about it. How's that sound? That way I'm not locked in, I don't, you know... You're not locked into hearing something you don't want to hear. I'm not locked into, you know, making content that doesn't want to be seen. It works out better for everybody if you guys let me know what you want to see. Speaking of which, as of yesterday, we are done with Subnautica. Now, granted, you're gonna see this, you're gonna see that on YouTube side. Well, on the YouTube side, you're probably gonna see it a couple days ago, maybe 3. Just because that's how much of a backlog I have built up after yesterday's stream. But, what am I missing here? I'm missing a swamp. And then I should live one more round. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Unless he's got a hasted 3, we should be good. And there goes my train of thought as well. Just completely gone. Fuck. 4, 5, 6... Nope. That's it. That's game. Alright. It's always something about these fucking goblin players that just go bam, 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 and they're done. I don't know. I don't get it. But anyway, yeah, we're done with Subnautica for now. I'm going to be working on some Below Zero here probably tomorrow. I might start tomorrow, but I might just play some Ultra Kill tomorrow and get that in the rotation again. Trying to think, man. There's just a lot on the plate right now. Not in a bad way either. Like, this is a good time. It's just, you know, I got a lot to think about. This is a decent starting hand. We'll hold on to it for now. We'll see where this plays. Alright. Obviously start with the Triome. That covers mountains, plains, and islands, so we'll run a forest next. Yeah, we'll just hold off because I don't have. He's not posing a threat with the Thop. I'm not going to pose a threat with the Embermouth, especially when I don't get the main benefit of the Embermouth. That being said, I'm really hoping I draw something other than a land this next hand. Pilgrim's Eye. Search by... okay. Well, it's something other than a land, but it's not ideal. Hold off until we can get Call of the Spirit Dragons out. Of course, he's also running white, which means he might have some artifact destruction in an artifact deck. That'd be... the potential is there. I wouldn't say it's not there, but it's not guaranteed. Interesting that he's running this as the commander, too. I think this is the first time I've ever seen Dawn Tyrant here. Oh, I really want to play Sarkhan. I really do, but I can't. There's no defenders, and fuck. Oh, actually, you know what? I have... Going back to the D&D conversation, I have a bunch of notes on my phone of, like, story notes that I have built up here. Let's see what I got here. Throw another Plains out. We'll throw Icing Death out, and then next turn we can throw Embermouth. So... You know, it'd be things like, the main setting is a massive city. And I call it the Free City of Siren's Call, because it's the last part of the entire planet that they're on that has wild magic in it. And by that I mean magic in this campaign setting is tied very heavily with the natural world, such that play Embermouth, such that fucking, the hell am I trying to say here? As like land development occurred and cities got bigger and bigger and bigger, the magic was pushed away from the cities and concentrated in this last, well, in the rest of what wasn't developed. By the time they got finished getting all of the known world together, there was just this one island left, and the Free City of Siren's Call is their last-ditch effort at, you know, containing all of the issues that are coming out of the this wild magic buildup on this island. And it is a 24 square mile city. No, I'm sorry, not square mile. There's 6 mile hexes. It takes up 4 of them. I don't know what exactly that translates to in terms of square mileage, but suffice it to say, it's a fucking massive city. And why the hell does everything cost more? What? Not artifacts cost 1 more. Yeah, okay. Obviously we want 1, 2, 3, 4 mana left over after this. No. So we'll play... Not that it fucking matters. I've lost this one anyway. So, like, their whole goal is to, you know, push out or past the city walls into these untamed and untamable wilds. Well, presumably untamable wilds. The free city's been standing for somewhere between 100 and 200. I forget how long, actually. It might be up to 500 years. And it's only grown that much because of a lot of blood, sweat, tears, and sacrifice. So there's a very heavy, like, duty to the city culture, especially now that it's free from its original owners on each of the other continents. And to give you an idea of kind of what I'm talking about when I say untamable, I mean that the further you go from the free city's walls, the stronger and more vicious monsters get. So what I mean by that is, let's say within a couple miles of... Well, that was an easy game. Within a couple miles of the wall, there is a witch on what is essentially a Baba Yaga. I have a witch in a moving cottage, and they had to track her down during one of their previous quests. Further than that, just another couple miles even, there's a Hydra in the swamps. And then the surrounding islands, because this is a newly forming continent, strictly due to the amount of wild magic pressure, drawing in land and drawing up volcanic activity, the surrounding islands all get even more powerful the further, onto them they go as well. So ultimately, what the fuck is this? I mean, it's a decent hand, but it'll be fine. Ultimately, it gets difficult the longer you play, because the more concentrated you make this campaign area, the stronger the creatures are going to get outside of the campaign area. Like, I say outside of the campaign area, but in that brief space between civilization and nothing. Which is actually how they found themselves in this mega dungeon. In the mega dungeon they just finished. Their first quest in the campaign setting was to go investigate a village outside of the city walls that was sent out as if you can build this village up, we'll build the walls out to extend around it so that we can expand our influence, but also protect you guys. So they went out to investigate the check-in for this village that hadn't come in. And when they arrived at the village, there was nothing there. I mean, there were houses and ruined shacks, but there were no people, there were no livestock. It was abandoned, by the looks of it at least. And as they're investigating, they get into the merchant's home, the merchant who sponsored the expedition. And they're sitting there, and they're reading through this merchant's journal, and it turns out there were a lair of kobolds running through, in a dungeon directly under this village. And they were running through the walls of each of these huts and stealing people during the night. People and livestock. Well, the party finds this out and are immediately almost captured by the kobolds, because they're, running through the walls and they haven't had anybody to capture in a few days. They managed to break into the dungeon through the merchant's floor, and we'll just take that. Explore through the dungeon. They get a little bit of loot. They find the kobold hideout, and when they get that taken care of, they they get out and they have good relation with the village. Well, and that kind of that good relationship with the surviving villagers gave them the inroad they needed to become, like, the emissary to this village. So they're kind of, like, focused around this village now. How the fuck? Man, sometimes this game pisses me off. Anyway, to make a long story short, I decided early on in the campaign setting building process that I was going to do the elves. It's been a while. I was going to make these highly concentrated areas of magic. I was going to call them wild magic surges. And I was going to have like a bunch of funky effects happen around them. Like, for example, how they got into this, or how this village got transported into a mega dungeon. Essentially, what had been grassland turned into desert, oasis, or salt flats. And the party was freaked out, so they investigated. They came up on a dry, like, mound of sand in the very middle where the village should have been. And then, during their investigation, realized that they were on a an antlion nest. Fell in, managed to kill the antlion. I forget exactly how, because it's been a few months since that happened. And beyond that, fell through a portal into the mega dungeon, which trapped them there until they got these runestones taken care of. Now, the inside of the mega dungeon, the village, it was the very center, and there were not 8 other section, like, compass directions plus the diagonal directions of play Kodama next, like, extra sections, and there were 4 runestones that they had to get. Well, they only just got all the runestones, got them slotted back into the gate that they fell through, but on the village side, and when they came back through the gate, it had transported itself to just outside the city's walls. And I completely forgot where I was taking this story, but it's just a fun little example of you know, the kind of things that I like to do in my campaign. I should have played her first. Oh well. So put this out. We'll put a +1/+1 counter on the Wolverine. We won't attack this turn. It's just, you know, it's just one of those things, right? You gotta have fun with what you're writing, and I do have fun. I'm also kind of a sadistic DM when it comes down to it. Like, the world is not built for, how to word this delicately. The world is not built for morons. So if you're not going to play, or if you're going to play with a sense of, hey, we're just going to, you know, come out here and joke around and you know, just fuck around like that, you're going to have an interesting time. I don't know if it's going to be a great time, but you'll have an interesting one. Tap the forest. We'll decline to make it. And then we'll stick out. Don't want to kill the Mire Triton. Or I don't want to risk killing the Hivespine Wolverine, even though it technically could. Plus, it would give me more land. Alright. I'm going to focus up because I've had enough of being on a losing streak. We will sack the Land of War Loam Speaker. It's fine. I don't like that all of your shit has Death Touch. So I need to get rid of this, but I don't think I have any fucking removal in this deck. Alright. So, what we're gonna do is play Elvish Archdruid. I don't really give a shit about Nissa, so we'll bring back the Loam Speaker. I don't have any of my fucking landfall cards out anymore, so we'll not attack yet. We're just gonna make it nice and smooth here, nice and smooth. Build up, but not let them get crazy. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana. So we'll run Lumra. No, we'll throw Undergrowth Champion and Tyvar out this turn. And Jesus Christ, I only just... Oh my god. I fucking hate zombie decks, dude. They piss me off every time. Oh, hold on, this changes things. For each card in your graveyard. Well, it's tempting. We'll throw Undergrowth Champion. It's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, this would be the perfect time to put Lumra out as well. Get all those out. 3 landfall triggers, 4 landfall triggers. We'll grab another forest. Nope, we can only grab a swamp. That's fine. No attacks. Beauty. Beauty. Lost an elf, but that's fine. He's going to be cautious because I have reach. I'm going to be cautious because all of his shit has Death Touch. We are not the same. This creature exploits a creature. Each opponent exiles a card from their hand. Alright. Here, you can have... Yeah, you can have a Zoni. I don't really give a shit. Sure, it's an extra elf, but like, eh. Anyway, all this D&D talk to say I have D&D at 7, so I'm probably going to hop off around 6:30, somewhere in there. I got to change pants and then head out to the bar to get ready. Do a little bit more, like, final prep. But, should be a good time. Should be a real good time. Hopefully Greg gets back so we can do at least a little bit of something before we get going here. Take 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come on, swing with your Death Baron. Swing with the Death Baron. I'm not gonna fuck it up. No. Alright, so hold on. This is 10, 16. I could take 16. Which leaves him with 2... Okay, so we're going to do walk-in closet here. We're going to play Azusa to play multiple lands per turn. We're going to put out the Florahedron. We're going to put the Obscura Storefront out. Get another swamp. Put Tyvar out. We'll just keep playing the Obscura Storefront until it won't let me anymore. That sounds fun. Creatures get +X/+X until end of turn. Oh, no, I don't have enough mana for that. That's fine. Let's see. He's got 2. He's probably going to kill this with one of them. He might kill that. Well, let's see. Regardless, I'm going to be able to get a couple more land cards on the field anyway. We'll do it like that. Now that I have so many lands out... Oh, actually, we'll activate this as well. Throw another forest on the field. Yeah, we're building it now. Of course, elves are fucking brain dead anyway, so... It does not take much to win as an elf deck. And I will accept any slander you have for me on that note. But if you play elves the way that I play elves, the way that anybody should play elves, you're fucking brain dead. Because they all fucking buff each other. Not killing my loam speakers. Interesting. Letting me get 2 lands off of that is also very interesting. We're going to jump and grab 2 forests. So there's 12 mana base now. 16, 17, 18 total. So we can throw Nissa back out. Yeah. I can play 2 additional lands on each of these. So 3 lands a turn. I could get 6 triggers off of... Okay, do it, nerd. I have nothing to remove from my hand. It may look like I have a hand, but these are both in the graveyard right now, and that's, you know, that's something you gotta live with. You just sacked a creature for no fucking reason, dumbass. Draw a card, then discard a card. Okay. So I am gonna need to fucking block him. It's unfortunate. Granted, I can give Tyvar indestructible. Which means I gotta keep another creature up at all times to do that. Of course, I could just use Tyvar's ability and all-out swing and win. I think that how would that work? No, swing with the Death Baron. Don't be a coward. 6, 10, 18. can't abide by that. When it enters, when it enters, when it enters, when it enters, when it enters. Of course, they're all enter effects. So we'll do... We have to do that, unfortunately. So that's still 8, 12, 15. We'll block here and give him indestructible. We'll block... Actually, we'll just do that and we'll take the rest. Then we're going to tap Azusa to give Tyvar indestructible and live with 1. And hopefully come up with an answer. Start by playing Nissa. Evolving Wilds. Trigger, trigger. Activate and crack. Swamp. You know what? We'll throw Terramorphic and Evolving Wilds out as well. Then we will return creature card. We'll take Lumra. Grab another swamp. Give me Forest and crack the Terramorphic to get another Forest. You may cast spells from your graveyard this turn. Let's see, I've got 4, 5, 6, 10, 11, 12 mana on the field right now. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, actually, we'll do that. So we'll go ahead and unlock. We'll play the Galagreators to start. That'll give me 5 mana now. We'll play Dywin's Elite, or Dwinin's Elite. Leave me with 3, 4. Put a +1/+1 on the creature. Play the Lotus Cobra. Gain 2 life. And that'll be good. That'll be good. That'll be good. And then we'll swing in with those 2. We'll see where that gets us. So that's 20 damage that he's letting through. He's going to have to block more than that. He's letting 20 through. Except, oh, fuck, I should have done this. Yeah, that's fine. We'll do 3 damage. Knock him down to 20. Throw another Forest down. And we'll make green mana, because fuck it, why not? End combat and turn. Now, I have no issues chump blocking everything that he can throw at me. I think I win this. Especially because I can just bring these guys out at a moment's notice if need be. I'm surprised he didn't block with the... Oh! Right. I just removed +1/+1s. I could have been attacking with this guy the whole time. I'm a dumbass. Jesus. Alright. Cast a zombie spell. Yeah, that's fine, whatever. I still think I win this one here. because he can only attack with these. I don't have any cards to... Oh, wait, no, I do have cards to mill. But actually, you just gave me the fucking keys to the kingdom, brother. What are you doing? I literally have a 9 loyalty Nissa out right now. Like, what? Does he not realize that he's done? He's over with? Like, this is wild. I mean, God forbid, Lumra alone could take him out. I think, right? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Well, 22, 29 he could block. So it would have to be Lumra and the Undergrowth champ. But, like, those 2 creatures alone could do it. Like, I'm not fucking crazy, right? Like, that's... It's basically over. Especially because once they deal damage, I get more lands out anyway, and, like... Oh, he's just gonna fucking stall. Classic MTGA fucking stalling tactic. Love to see it. No, you don't. You fucking hate this. Look at him. Look at him. Just stalling. He knows he's got nowhere. He's just trying to make me fucking quit. Actually, let me take a look. Flash, Vigilance, Reach, and Trample. Proliferate would be fucking sick. Beanstalk Giant would be good. Ashaya would be good. I'm trying to think. What would be the best bet here? And I think it would be to just take my turn, because oh, he's done. He's done. He's donezoed. Obviously, we're going to throw Egra out. Egra comes out, we get a treasure token. We'll throw Terramorphic, Evolving Wilds, and Obscura out. Ladies and gentlemen, it's fucking over. We'll bring back Ashaya. Get a +1/+1 counter on Galagreeters. Get another green mana. Then we're going to use Tyvar. Where the hell did he go? There he is. Tyvar, body. Creatures I control get +X/+X. Creatures I control get +X/+X. Can I do it again? Creatures I control get +X/+X. And then we'll activate... Oh, I should have done these 2 first. Whatever, it's fine. Throw a couple forests out there. Can I do it again? Oh my god, I can. Let's fucking go. Alright. So, if it wasn't abundantly clear that this game was over, this game is over. I'm gonna be doing like 10,000 no. 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5,000 damage? Come on, just let it go through. Just let it go through. I want to see the big number at the end. No, he's just gonna fucking stall. Coward. Cowardice! Let me see the big number! That's what we want. We want big number. Come on. Come on. No! I wanted to see the big negative. Oh, you fuck. You absolute bastard. Making me real upset.